Am I the only one that didn't know this could get so bad? Seriously, if you're a Penn State fan, you probably felt your heart drop the moment the news broke. This isn't just a bad day, it's a nightmare scenario for the Nittany Lions, and honestly, for college football fans everywhere who are hoping for a dramatic playoff race. The kind of news that makes you stop in your tracks, check your phone twice, and hope you read it wrong. It's the sort of gut punch that leaves you speechless, staring at the screen, wondering how everything could unravel so quickly. For Penn State, this isn't just a setback, it's a seismic shift in the entire season's narrative, and it's hard to overstate just how much this changes the landscape of college football. Penn State's season just flipped upside down. One minute they were in the thick of the playoff hunt, and the next, everything changed. The team looked absolutely stunned, and you could see it on every single player's face, as the scoreboard told a story nobody wanted to believe. The energy that had carried them through tough games, the confidence that had built up over weeks of hard-fought victories, it all seemed to evaporate in an instant. The stadium, once alive with hope and anticipation, now felt heavy with disappointment and disbelief. It's the kind of moment that tests not just the players, but the entire community, coaches, fans, alumni, and everyone who's ever worn blue and white. Drew Allar's out, and so are the team's playoff hopes. It's not just about losing a game, it's about losing the leader, the guy who's been the heartbeat of this team all season. The energy just drained from the field as reality set in. You could see it in the way the players moved, slower, heavier, as if the weight of the moment was pressing down on them. Allar wasn't just another player. He was the engine, the motivator, the one who made everyone around him better. Losing him isn't just a tactical blow, it's an emotional one, the kind that can shake a team's identity to its core. It was supposed to be a big night in Happy Valley. Packed stadium, roaring crowd, Drew Allar slinging darts. The atmosphere was electric, with fans decked out in blue and white, ready to witness another chapter in what was shaping up to be a magical season. Allar had been on fire, and the whole campus was buzzing with hope. Students lined up hours before kickoff. Tailgates stretched as far as the eye could see, and the sense of anticipation was palpable. This was more than just a game. It was a celebration of everything Penn State football stands for. Tradition, pride, and the belief that this could finally be their year. The lights, the music, the chants echoing through the night. It all felt like the start of something special. But then, boom. One play changed everything. It was one of those moments where time seemed to slow down. The hit was brutal, and you could almost hear the collective gasp from the crowd as Allar went down. Suddenly, the game didn't matter as much as the health of their star quarterback. The stadium, which had been a cauldron of noise just seconds before, fell eerily silent. You could see the concern on the faces of the players, the coaches, even the opposing team. Everyone knew this was serious. It's the kind of play that gets replayed over and over on highlight reels, not because of the athleticism, but because of the sheer impact it has on a season, on a program, on a community. Allar took a brutal hit, and just like that, Penn State's star QB is done for the year. Medical staff rushed onto the field, and you could see the pain etched on his face. The silence in the stadium was deafening as everyone realized the gravity of the situation. This wasn't just a minor injury, this was season-ending. The trainers worked quickly, but the looks exchanged between coaches and players said it all. This was the worst-case scenario. For Allar, the dream of leading his team to glory was suddenly over, replaced by the harsh reality of rehab and recovery. For his teammates, the loss was immediate and profound, a reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in football. The crowd went silent. You could practically feel the heartbreak in the air. Fans who had been cheering moments before were now holding their breath, some with tears in their eyes. It's the kind of moment that sticks with you, the kind you replay in your mind and wish you could change. Parents hugged their kids a little tighter, students stared in disbelief, and lifelong fans shook their heads unable to process what had just happened. The emotional roller coaster of sports is never more apparent than in moments like these when hope turns to heartbreak in the blink of an eye. Teammates rushed to help him up, coaches with their heads in their hands. Everyone knew what this meant. The sideline was a mix of shock and devastation. You could see the brotherhood in action as players tried to rally around their fallen leader, but the weight of the moment was just too much. Some players tried to offer words of encouragement, others simply stood in stunned silence. The coaching staff, usually so composed and focused, looked rattled, searching for answers that just weren't there. It's in these moments that the true character of a team is revealed, not in how they celebrate victory, but in how they respond to adversity. News of Allar's injury spread like wildfire. Social media exploded with reactions and sports reporters scrambled to update their coverage. Fans everywhere were left asking, "What now?" The sense of loss wasn't just on the field, it was felt across the entire Penn State community and beyond. Alumni groups lit up with messages of support. Rival fans offered their condolences, and analysts began speculating about what this meant for the playoff picture. The ripple effect was immediate and far-reaching, touching everyone who cares about college football. In a world where news travels fast, this was the story everyone was talking about. On campus, the mood shifted instantly. Students who had been celebrating just hours before now gathered in small groups, talking in hushed tones about what the future might hold. Professors, staff, and even local businesses felt the impact. This wasn't just a football injury, it was a blow to the entire Penn State family. Sports radio shows took calls from devastated fans, and the local news led with the story. It was the kind of event that brought everyone together, even as it threatened to tear their hopes apart. Penn State not only lost the game, but their entire season just got a whole lot tougher. The scoreboard didn't just show a loss, it showed the end of a dream, at least for now. The players walked off the field with their heads down, knowing the road ahead would be nothing like they'd planned. Every step felt heavier, every glance at the scoreboard a reminder of what was at stake. The locker room, usually filled with post-game chatter and music, was silent. Coaches tried to find the right words, but sometimes there just aren't any. The reality was setting in. The journey ahead would be the toughest test this team had ever faced. Allar was having a killer season. Touchdowns, big throws, leading the team to win after win. He was the spark, the playmaker, the guy everyone looked to when the game was on the line. His stats were off the charts, and he was quickly becoming a household name in college football circles. Week after week, he delivered highlight reel moments, making throws that left fans and analysts alike shaking their heads in disbelief. He had that rare combination of poise, athleticism, and leadership that makes a great quarterback. Every time he stepped on the field, you felt like something special could happen. He was the kind of player who made everyone around him better, who inspired confidence in his teammates and fear in his opponents. Off the field, Allar was just as important. He was a leader in the locker room, a mentor to younger players, and a role model for fans. He took time to sign autographs, answer questions at press conferences, and support his teammates in every way possible. His presence was felt everywhere, from the practice field to the classroom, to the community events that make college football so special. Losing him isn't just about X's and O's, it's about losing a leader, a friend, and a symbol of hope for the entire program. Now, his absence leaves a massive hole, not just in the lineup, but in the spirit of the team. The locker room will feel different, the huddles will sound different, and the confidence that Allar brought to every snap will be hard to replace. His jersey hanging in the locker is a stark reminder of what's been lost. Teammates will have to find new ways to motivate themselves, to believe in each other, and to keep fighting for the goals they set at the start of the season. The challenge is enormous, but so is the opportunity. To come together, to grow, and to prove that they're more than just one player. Now, it's up to the backup to step in. Coaches, fans, even the analysts are asking, can the Nittany Lions recover from this? The pressure's on. The next man up has some huge shoes to fill, and the entire season now rests on his shoulders. Every decision, every throw, every play will be under the microscope. The backup quarterback has been preparing for this moment his entire life, but nothing can truly prepare you for the reality of stepping into the spotlight under these circumstances. The coaches will have to adjust the game plan, the offensive line will need to step up, and the entire team will have to rally around their new leader. It's a daunting task, but it's also a chance for someone else to write their own story, to become a hero in their own right. The coming practices will be intense. Coaches will be working overtime to get the backup ready, tweaking the playbook, and building his confidence. Teammates will need to step up, both on and off the field, to support their new quarterback. The margin for error is razor thin, and every rep, every drill, every meeting will take on added importance. The entire program will be focused on one goal: finding a way to keep the season alive, to keep fighting, and to honor the work that Allar and the rest of the team have put in. Will Penn State fight back, or is this the end of their championship run? The team has a choice: Fold under the pressure, or rally together and prove everyone wrong? The coming weeks will test their character, their depth, and their belief in each other. This is where legends are made, or dreams are dashed. The schedule doesn't get any easier, and every opponent will be looking to take advantage of Penn State's vulnerability. But adversity can also bring out the best in a team. If they can find a way to come together, to play for each other, and to believe in themselves, anything is possible. The story isn't over yet, not by a long shot. Across the country, Penn State alumni and former players are rallying in support. Social media is filled with messages of encouragement, stories of past comebacks, and reminders that this program has faced adversity before. The Penn State community is strong, and in times like these, that strength matters more than ever. Fans are organizing rallies, lighting up the campus in blue, and showing the team that they're not alone. It's a reminder that football is about more than just wins and losses. It's about family, tradition, and the unbreakable bonds that tie a community together. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates on the Nittany Lions. We'll be following every twist and turn as Penn State tries to rewrite their story. Stay tuned. This season just got a whole lot more interesting. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just love a good underdog story, you won't want to miss what happens next. The road ahead is uncertain, but one thing's for sure. The spirit of Penn State is alive and well, and this team is ready to fight for every yard, every point, and every moment. Let's see what they're made of.